Welcome to our channel. Today, we honor the memory of legendary actors, musicians, and other remarkable individuals who have recently left us. Let's take a moment to remember their invaluable contributions to the arts, culture, and society. Our deepest condolences go out to their loved ones and fans. We also express our gratitude for their work and achievements, which will continue to inspire future generations. Before we begin, show your support by liking this video and subscribing to our channel so you never miss our tributes to extraordinary lives. On April 7th, 2025, the world lost Jonathan Marcus Reynolds, a fearless American journalist, war correspondent, author, and humanist, whose words illuminated conflict zones and conscience alike for over 5 decades. His passing in Washington, D.C. at the age of 72 marked the end of an era for global journalism, where his voice stood as a beacon of integrity, empathy, and moral clarity. Born on August 15, 1952 in Cleveland, Ohio, Jonathan grew up in a working-class neighborhood shaped by the rhythm of steel and the quiet endurance of post-war America. His father was a railroad conductor, and his mother worked as a librarian, a combination that gave Jonathan both grit and an early love for language. Tragedy struck early when his older brother was killed in the Vietnam War, an event that would deeply influence his lifelong commitment to telling the stories of those caught in the crossfires of history. Despite financial hardship, Reynolds excelled in school and earned a scholarship to Northwestern University, where he studied journalism and international relations. It was at Northwestern that he began to develop the observational precision and narrative honesty that would become hallmarks of his career. One of his early columns covering civil unrest in Chicago caught the attention of national editors and helped launch his professional path. His journalism career began at the Detroit Free Press, but he was quickly recruited by the New York Times foreign desk. What followed was a breathtaking journey through some of the most defining moments of modern history. From the disintegration of the Soviet Union to the siege of Sarajevo, from the Rwandan genocide to the wars in Iraq and Afghanistan, Jonathan was not just a witness, he was a conduit for understanding. His Pulitzer Prize-winning series, Fields of Silence, gave a name and a face to survivors in Rwanda, changing not only public perception, but prompting policy discussions in international forums. Reynolds was honored with some of the highest accolades in journalism: the George Polk Award for War Reporting, a Peabody Award, and the National Humanities Medal. But beyond awards, it was the trust he built with soldiers and civilians alike that defined his legacy. He believed in telling stories with people, not just about them. Equally impactful was his role as a mentor and teacher. At Georgetown University, where he taught narrative journalism, Reynolds was beloved for his candor, humility, and deep concern for ethical storytelling. Dozens of his former students now hold prominent roles in global media and nonprofit sectors, many crediting his mentorship for shaping their path. In his personal life, Jonathan was a devoted husband to Elise Navarro, a renowned human rights attorney. Their shared passion for justice led to a powerful partnership, both professionally and personally. They met during the Bosnian War, he reporting from the front lines, she offering legal aid to displaced families. Together, they raised 2 children, Daniel, a photojournalist, and Nora, a documentary filmmaker. The Reynolds-Navarro home was one of conversation, compassion, and unwavering commitment to truth. In 2020, Jonathan was diagnosed with pancreatic cancer. Even as he faced the illness with courage and realism, he continued to write, reflect, and teach. His final book, A Quiet Fire: Letters from the End of the Field, published posthumously in early 2025, is already regarded as one of his most poignant and personal works. Part memoir, part manifesto, it captures the essence of a man who never stopped questioning, feeling, and listening. He spent his final years advocating for press freedom and the protection of journalists in conflict zones. Even in physical decline, he remained a towering figure in international journalism, mentoring from afar, publishing essays, and championing the idea that telling the truth was a form of moral service. Jonathan Marcus Reynolds left behind not just memories, but a living archive of truth, conscience, and courage. An entire era embodied in his words, his principles, and the generations of storytellers he inspired. On April 6, 2025, the world bid farewell to Dr. Caroline May Bennett, a visionary American climate scientist, policy advisor, and beloved educator, who passed away in Seattle, Washington, at the age of 68. Her loss reverberates through the global scientific community, environmental advocacy circles, and countless classrooms where her teachings sparked a deeper awareness of our planet's fragility and potential. Born on February 14, 1957, in Bozeman, Montana, Caroline was raised in a family rooted in nature. Her father, a forest ranger, and her mother, a science teacher, instilled in her a reverence for the environment and a commitment to stewardship. Summers were spent hiking through Yellowstone, observing the rhythm of ecosystems with wide-eyed wonder. That wonder grew into purpose following a personal tragedy, the loss of her older brother in a boating accident when she was just 11. Caroline found solace in the natural world, and that connection became the foundation of her life's mission: to protect the earth and understand its systems deeply. A gifted student, Caroline earned a scholarship to Stanford University, where she pursued Earth systems science. Her early research focused on Arctic glacial melt, long before the climate crisis reached mainstream attention. At the University of Washington, she completed her PhD in atmospheric sciences under the guidance of the pioneering Dr. Helena Vaughan. Caroline's dissertation on Pacific climate cycles became widely cited in the field and forecasted patterns that would be echoed in decades of global climate modeling. Caroline's career blended brilliance in research with action in policy. In the 1990s, she became known for her breakthrough work on carbon feedback loops, gaining national recognition after her appearance on the PBS documentary Earth in Balance. Her ability to translate complex climate data into compelling, human-centered narratives brought her into the public sphere. She joined the Environmental Protection Agency in 2001, where she helped design climate mitigation strategies and later served as Senior Advisor on Climate during the Obama administration. As a lead author of the United Nations' 6th IPCC Assessment Report, Caroline contributed critical findings that shaped international climate policy. Her research underpinned several major climate agreements and adaptation frameworks. In 2016, she was awarded the National Medal of Science. And in 2019, the United Nations honored her with its highest environmental award, Champion of the Earth. She also reached millions through her best-selling books, Tipping Points and Green Futures, which became staples in environmental studies curricula around the world. Caroline lectured at over 80 universities, always emphasizing the human dimension of climate science, how policy, culture, and community intersect with the atmosphere itself. In her personal life, Caroline found deep love and partnership with Dr. Ethan Maxwell, a marine biologist and documentary filmmaker. They met during a joint expedition to the Galapagos Islands, and together they built a life rich in curiosity, activism, and shared purpose. Their daughter, Maya, continued the legacy, working in renewable energy infrastructure across sub-Saharan Africa. Family life was a sanctuary for Carolyn, and she often credited her husband and daughter as her constant inspiration. Diagnosed in 2021 with ovarian cancer, Carolyn faced the illness with the same grace and courage she brought to her work. Even during treatment, she remained intellectually active, consulting on national climate legislation, participating in COP26 remotely, and mentoring young scientists. Her final project, an unfinished manuscript titled The Long Memory of Water, blends scientific insight with personal reflection and is set to be published posthumously. She also dedicated her last years to working alongside indigenous communities in the Pacific Northwest, advocating for traditional ecological knowledge to be integrated into mainstream climate strategies. Her work helped launch one of the first state-level environmental justice initiatives rooted in indigenous leadership. Dr. Caroline May Bennett left behind not just memories, but a movement, a legacy built on integrity, foresight, and the unwavering belief that science must serve both truth and people. Her era will be remembered not only in climate agreements or scientific journals, but in every student she taught, every law she shaped, and every life her work touched. Damon Kyle Wayans Jr. was born on September 4, 1982, in New York City, USA, into one of the most renowned families in American comedy, the Wayans family. Growing up in a household where laughter and creativity were a part of everyday life, Damon was exposed to the art of performance from an early age. Although his parents were not career entertainers themselves, they instilled in him a relentless work ethic and a deep-seated belief in the power of humor. Damon's father, Damon Wayans Sr., is a celebrated comedian, actor, and writer known for his work on the groundbreaking TV show In Living Color and numerous hit films. His mother, who supported the family while nurturing a love of the arts at home, always encouraged young Damon to explore his creative side, even if she wasn't in the entertainment business herself. Growing up alongside his older sister Pamela and his younger twin siblings, Ellen and Harry, Damon was surrounded by a lively environment where family gatherings often turned into impromptu comedy sessions. This creative atmosphere provided a strong foundation that would later help him navigate the demanding world of show business. Damon attended local schools in New York City, where he quickly distinguished himself not just through academics, but also by his natural charisma. He was a bright student who excelled in subjects like mathematics and literature, yet his true passion lay in performance. During the school years, Damon began participating in various extracurricular activities that nurtured his budding talent. He was an active member of the drama club and took part in school plays where he first discovered the thrill of performing in front of an audience. These early experiences on stage provided him with invaluable lessons in timing, improvisation, and public speaking. While Damon was still at high school, the influence of his famous family began to take shape. Family gatherings often featured stories of his father's early struggles and successes, inspiring him to pursue his own dreams in the entertainment industry. However, Damon was determined to carve out a unique identity for himself, rather than simply riding on the coattails of his father's success. After graduating from high school in 2000, Damon decided to pursue an education that would complement his passion for acting and comedy. He enrolled in a local college in New York City, where he took acting and improv classes. The experience was transformative. Formal training allowed him to refine his natural talent, teaching him the nuances of stage presence, voice modulation, and the art of spontaneous humor. Like many emerging artists, Damon faced significant challenges as he ventured into the competitive world of entertainment. The pressure to live up to the expectations of the Wayans family was immense. Critics and audiences alike often compared his performances to those of his famous relatives, creating an environment where Damon had to constantly prove himself. Additionally, the transition from amateur performances in local theaters to professional acting in television and film was fraught with obstacles, ranging from rejections at auditions to financial hardships common among struggling artists. Damon Wayans Jr.'s career began to gain momentum with a series of small roles in television shows and films in the early 2000s. His early work included guest appearances on various TV series, where his energetic and engaging performances gradually caught the attention of casting directors. One of his first significant roles was in a minor part on a popular sitcom, which, although brief, showcased his ability to deliver humor with a unique flair. These roles were stepping stones that helped him build a reputation as a promising young actor. His big break came when he landed a role in a major network television series. The series, which was loosely based on his own life experiences growing up in New York, allowed him to channel his personal experiences into his performance. The role was challenging. It required him to balance humor with heartfelt drama, a duality that would become a hallmark of his later work. His performance was met with critical acclaim, and audiences began to recognize him not only as a member of the famed Wayans family, but as a distinct and talented performer in his own right. By the mid-2000s, Damon Wayans Jr. was steadily rising in popularity. His work in television had earned him a loyal following, and his film roles were starting to garner attention from major studios. Despite this early success, he was still on the verge of becoming a megastar. His career was marked by continuous growth and a steady accumulation of accolades, yet he had not yet reached the pinnacle of popularity. It was during this pre-peak phase that Damon began to redefine himself as an actor. He experimented with roles that allowed him to showcase a range of emotions, from slapstick comedy to poignant drama. His performances in independent films, along with a few supporting roles in larger productions, demonstrated that he could deliver depth and nuance in his acting. These early projects though not yet blockbuster hits, laid the groundwork for his future success and marked his transition from a talented young actor to a seasoned professional, ready to take on the world. Throughout his journey, Damon encountered significant physical and psychological challenges. The relentless pace of auditions, filming, and live performances often resulted in long periods of physical exhaustion. The intense demands of the entertainment industry, coupled with the pressure to constantly prove himself, sometimes led to episodes of severe stress and anxiety. Damon openly discussed how the weight of expectations, both his own and those imposed by his legendary family name, contributed to bouts of self-doubt and emotional turmoil. To combat these challenges, Damon adopted a holistic approach to wellness. He incorporated regular physical exercise into his daily routine, which not only helped him maintain peak physical condition, but also served as a crucial outlet for stress relief. In addition, he sought guidance from mental health professionals, engaging in therapy sessions to develop strategies for managing anxiety and depression. These practices allowed him to build resilience and maintain a balanced state of mind despite the pressures of a demanding career. Off the screen, Damon's personal life was a complex tapestry of relationships, heartbreaks, and personal growth. Being a member of the Wayans family meant that his personal life was often under intense public scrutiny. His early relationships were marked by the challenges of living up to a family legacy and the intense media attention that accompanied it. Damon faced several difficult breakups that left him heartbroken and questioning his self-worth. During these low periods, he leaned on the support of close friends and family who provided the emotional strength needed to move forward. Damon's openness about his struggles with depression and stress became an inspiration for many, as he showed that even those who seem to have it all can experience deep emotional pain. Over time, he learned to channel his experiences into his creative work, allowing his personal struggles to inform his performances and add layers of authenticity to his roles. In addition to his film and theater work, Damon Wayans Jr. ventured into television hosting and presenting. His natural charm and quick wit made him a perfect fit for the role of a presenter, and he soon became a familiar face on a variety of TV shows. He hosted talk shows and participated in entertainment programs where his ability to engage with both guests and audiences further solidified his reputation as a versatile entertainer. His foray into television presenting was marked by his distinctive style, a blend of humor, warmth, and insightful commentary. This unique approach allowed him to connect with viewers on a personal level, making his shows both entertaining and thought-provoking. Damon Wayans Jr.'s journey from a young, talented performer in New York City to a rising star on both television and film is a testament to his resilience, dedication, and unwavering commitment to his craft. Despite facing numerous challenges, from financial hardships and intense competition to the personal struggles of living in the public eye, Damon persevered, continuously evolving and refining his unique style. His early experiences in musical and theatrical circles, combined with the invaluable influence of his famous family, laid the foundation for a career that would eventually see him emerge as a megastar. Although he had not yet reached the absolute pinnacle of popularity during this formative period, his relentless pursuit of excellence and his willingness to overcome adversity set him on a trajectory toward lasting success. Moreover, his approach to overcoming physical and psychological challenges through discipline, holistic wellness practices, and professional support has not only allowed him to sustain a demanding career, but also served as an inspiration for countless aspiring artists. Damon's story shows that success is not merely a product of talent, but also of the courage to face adversity head-on and the determination to keep striving for one's dreams. In the ever-competitive world of entertainment, Damon Wayans Jr. continues to be a shining example of hard work and perseverance. His journey remains a powerful reminder that with dedication, resilience, and a commitment to personal growth, one can overcome any obstacle on the path to success. An inspiring legacy that motivates others to believe in their potential and pursue their dreams relentlessly.